When everything finally settled down, I literally had my hoodie on.
Okay.
And I put my shit up like this because I finally had glasses on because I knew that this nigga was gonna be talking some bullshit, and you are just here to film a scene to make it seem as if you know what the fuck you doing. But I can already tell by your music, your face, your look, and your views, and everything that you have got going on, that you are just trying to do this for a look. So I'm gonna put it on so I don't twist my lip up, so I can look down while you talking to me. So he starts talking about how he was gonna do this album, and he had to approve the beats. He had to approve the song.
I remember you was telling me this, yeah.
He had to approve what makes the album.
Yeah.
Which means we couldn't choose what was on the album. Mm-hmm. And then it was also going to be on his label.
Yeah. Girl, you say you went in your bag, like, okay.
If I would have said anything and would have been so combative with him, he could have easily flipped that on me and said, Bryson, just so irate. He don't know how
he doesn't even want to be on the EP.
Right, he just does all that. So I said, I'm going to let you put your foot in your mouth. So then I said, okay. So I started listening to his logic. And I started asking him. I said, okay. So then when I started asking questions, he started getting agitated. Because I started asking him questions. I said, okay, well, who controls the publishing? Because I'm not going to go into the studio. What fool do I look like going into a studio, recording a full song, and then you recording a full album with you, and then he told me, I said, well, how are we going to do the split cheese? Guess what he told me?
What did he say?
Oh, we'll do that after the album is recorded.
I get it, but like now is the time
don't you do that? Don't you do that?
No, to an extent, I do get it. I do get it. It's like, all right, we're just talking about the idea of making music together. But like that's a conversation that needs to be had.
No, that's not a conversation, that's a requirement, babe.
Yes, it's a requirement.
Don't you ever do that. You don't go into the studio and say, I'm gonna record a whole song, I'm gonna record a whole album, compilation album, I'm gonna record 2 full songs that I wrote, and I'm gonna put it on your compilation album, and then you're gonna come back to me after I recorded you, and you recorded me in your studio, and you had my masters, and you're gonna tell me that I gotta go to your manager and talk about the rights and the publishing and who gets paid later after I done gave him my masters? He couldn't comprehend that. He got mad. And that's when I knew, oh nigga, that's when I chilled back. I said, oh nigga, you don't know what you're doing.
I didn't record my part on anything. Rebel recorded whatever he had, and Mo recorded his part.
So what at it?
I have it. But
y'all gonna do something
to
with
my
it?
knowledge, when we left there, we were supposed to be doing that song over. That was just, what we were supposed to be putting forth, for real.
So what I'm saying, y'all gonna do something with it?
I would hope so. Started it, we gotta finish it.
Gotcha.
Definitely would want to finish it.
Okay.
That's gonna be my song I got one vote to, so. Who knows if he will let me get another song, because he on their side.
Who, bro? I got a breath on it too,
Team
though.
3 Living Pigs and shit, so nothing I can do.
Like I said, after the whole situation of them saying, oh, I don't want to work with nobody or whatever, I was like, you know what? Like, now I'm going to show y'all.
But Lottie had already presented that. Why you wanted to do your own thing after Lottie was trying to get
I thought Lottie was talking about individuals.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, I'm just asking
She
a question.
wasn't talking about like an actual like
okay, gotcha.
project. So I was like, if we're going to do it, we should do it this way. Now, granted, it wasn't anything of me saying, oh, I'm gonna make a profit off of it just because it wasn't what it was given. Like, I don't need y'all to do anything. Like, I'm literally doing it because, for one, it's entertaining for me, and 2, I feel like if we're gonna do one thing, you know what I'm saying? If we're gonna have all this drama, I also want to have, like, you know what I'm saying, some sort of work to show with it. Because let's look at it. Ain't none of these bitches. Where's this hit that Chrissy said that she got from me?
What do you remember Bryce telling you about the meet with River earlier that day?
I remember you telling me about, you was asking about publishing, you was asking the questions that you should have asked, and they wasn't ready for it. type shit, and they was trying to shut it down.
I was asking about IRC codes. Yeah, I was asking about IRC codes. I was asking about SoundScan. I was asking about all the things that need to put in place, and I was asking about how I was going to be registered because one, I already knew some of the information, but I also knew that I wasn't going to go into the same situation that I went into with Sony.
Yeah.
And I was trying to protect everybody, but everybody just acted like I was just being so cocky. You know, I was just like, no, this is a whooping bucking sheep's clothing, and he's going to try to sit here and make an album and try to put it under his record label, under his shit. And then you gotta track his ass down.
You felt like he was doing that intentionally?
No. He just didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
He didn't do that.
Yeah, I don't think, he didn't realize that you are supposed to share it a certain way.
Yes, we're all supposed to have access to it.
Yeah.
If we would have released the album under his record label, under a mixtape album that is under his label, then he would have had to register all of our bodies of work under one particular entity.
We probably couldn't even see this shit.
Couldn't see it.
Yeah, we couldn't even see our stream.
And that's why I got my Sony deal went bad because they had to drop it down because we couldn't see. We weren't individually logged in, which means our money wasn't separated. Yeah. So let's just say we made $1 million. Let's just say we blew up and made $1 million. Guess what? Sony could easily say, "Oh, it's under our label." So I would have to chase your ass down to try to get my share.
So you basically wanted another deal like that?
No,
I get what you mean. But
and even the lady that I was with, she told me not to do a deal. Remember? She told me not to do a deal like that.
Like I said, Bryson came in with it. Like I said, if Bryson really felt some type of way, if Bryson wanted to manage the management side or whatever, the logistics, I would have gladly, at that time allowed him to do whatever.
But
now,
you did say, Bryson, you can help out with the business part.
Right? I literally said like you could do if that's the part you want to do, but you want to do it as they did, and I'm like, and now I'm thinking about it. Bitch, did you know that when Sony, when you was you was signing this, you want to check me? Why didn't you check them white man that had you in, or whoever the fuck had you in the office? Signing bullshit papers.
I mean, she said, no signing.
And then he go back to so Sony said they weren't putting any money behind the project because there's no Sony deal.
And we were all sitting down, and he said, "Oh, did you ask Karma and what's the name's manager for a contract?"
Oh, I think so. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He said, "Ask Karma and who?"
He said, "Did you?" Because I told him that I wanted, when we were at the library meeting, I told him that I wanted to see a contract of the outline before I agreed, because I was going to do it.
Yeah.
But I wanted to see the contract outline with his manager before I agreed to do it, to make sure.
Does he have a manager?
That's what he says. But if his manager is trying to record a whole album without any paperwork, I highly doubt that it's anybody that's reputable. It's probably Shakisha from the block. I don't know. But at the end of the day, when we went to the studio, I don't know. So when we went to the studio and he came in later, we were all working in the studio. Remember, we were all going back and forth, and we were going back and forth with Karma, and you were trying to tell her how to do it, and I told Karma to trust what you were doing, and we all ended up trusting her.
Yeah.
And she did what she did. That's when Rebel and them came in. And then when Rebel and them came in, and they were like, they were doing their little faces because they didn't like it, but everybody else had agreed, Lottie and everybody else agreed, this is what we're going to go with, and then we're going to go with it. So, y'all started doing it, and then eventually we all transitioned to the main room.
Yeah, yeah.
And Rebel sits down, he was just like, "Oh, so you working with Karma? So did you ask her for a contract before you started working with her?"
He said to you?
Yes. And I said, and this is another thing why I embarrassed his ass. I said, I came in as a vocal producer, bitch. Not as, that's how I know you don't know the business. I came in as a vocal producer, which is an advisor, which means I have no options in regards to that. She came in and helped her structure her vocals. Yeah. That was Karma's words. Yeah. She didn't ask me to help write the song. Yeah. She helped me to help come in and help vocally, produce the song. So you were trying to be shady to me because you were mad because I realized that you don't know what the fuck you do. And that's when we went up.
That's when y'all really started.
And I exposed
at that time. I probably was in the booth. Me.
And then I don't know what happened, but my mouth was going. I felt like I had the Holy Spirit. my mouth was going so fast. I was like, that's the reason I didn't want to work with you in the first time, because you don't know what the fuck you're doing. I'm listening to you right now. You don't know what the fuck you're doing. And this nobody else should work with you.
Oh my God, you went off.
I went off. Karma has this thing where she always feels like everybody's trying to attack her.
Yes,
all the time.
Literally.
And if somebody opposes her, unless you kind of level with her and match her kind of energy and calm her down, like you can't come at Karma with crazy. You or a highlight. You gotta come. You gotta come. But she stopped. I'm just trying to say, bitch. You gotta come with Karma and be like, I understand, Karma.
Right, yeah, you gotta be like, Karma, you are heard.
Right.
You are heard, Karma.
But at the same
baby,
time,
that was the wrong note. Like, I'm just saying, that was the wrong note.
And that's why we could never work together, but at the same time, that is a detriment to her career, because Karma, you are blessed to be able to grow your career with a group of people like this, because if you were in a regular studio and you acted like that, they would have easily put your ass out.
Karma said, and you weren't there. It was me, Lottie, it was Karma, and it was Bo. We was rehearsing because Bo and Lottie and Rebel was supposed to come, but he ain't come. They're supposed to work on their song. Me, Lottie, and Karma was supposed to work on our song. Karma was like, I don't want to do it no more, all this stuff. But I was like, Karma, you have to be work-withable. I made that word up that day. People have to work with you. She said to me, y'all wouldn't treat Beyonce like this.
Girl.
I said,
we wouldn't treat
we wouldn't
treat Beyonce's hairline like that either.
Oh my God.
Or her in lace
girl, get me out this.
And they wouldn't allow the white glue to go down there either.
Oh my God.
They wouldn't do that.
I mean, I kind of get where Karma's coming from, because there's been so many people, like even Ty tried to take her under her wing, but she felt it was a certain way. But it's like, I think it's coming down. Ultimately, Karma got to change her view about at least about us. Because I don't even think Ty was trying to take advantage of her or whatever. I think everybody sees Karma and her potential, but they just think, take this path instead of where you're going. And Karma's like, bitch, don't tell me what path to take.
Karma does have things that Karma needs to work on the lace front, and then Ty needs to work on the makeup. It's different things.
We all got things we need to work on.
They got all different things.
How would that work? Who will own the rights to the song? Will you own the rights to the song? They own, or it'll be.
Well, I mean, that's where I was hoping we could talk to Bryson about, because that would have been the perfect time for him to come in and tell us how to really delegate that song. That was really what I was hoping for, to be honest. Because I don't want to be the only one that owns the rights to the song. I mean, I did buy it, but I don't want to take that route, because I know there's another way. But I could, but it's no point to. This is a learning moment. In my eyes, it's a learning moment.
But you're on the rights. Oh, so you? What you mean?
It's my beat, so they can have their voices, but that's my beat. They can go lease it, and then they can put their stuff on theirs.
But they can't put what you put on there.
What you mean?
They can't put American Pie stuff on there. Like if they go lease the beat, would you give them percentage of that?
No, they would just get percentage if they own the song.
They will only get what?
Percentage if they on one song. They go make their own song. That's their song.
Right. So the only way. So I guess what I'm asking, the only way to get some percentage of the song, they will have to go through you.
Depends on who put it out, but yeah, if I put the song out, yeah.
And then you and him got into it, because that's how the whole conversation was.
You doing too, I said, Bryce, why you
Yeah, because I felt like, you know what I'm saying? You only are big and bad when you feel like you can kind of have control of the situation. And if you're going to be big and bad all the time. That's not the case with Bryson.
So Lottie also said y'all did record that night. Y'all did record y'all vote. So where's the song at now?
There's no song.
Well, Lottie says the song's still coming out.
The song
we didn't record. We didn't even finish the song.
The song is not coming.
All we did is I can play it right now.
Lottie is a liar.
No, she said Vo recorded and you recorded. And I remember you in the studio.
It's not,
because you remember y'all was back there recording when Christy and Karma got.
And like I said, it was like a rough draft was recorded, but.
What'd you call him? Charm 3? What'd you say?
Yeah.
Charm 3 girl.
A 3LW.
Okay.
Three LW. Three little women. Honey.
3 little women. What came to the
Right.
3 little women?
Promises.
Yeah.
Girl, please. It ain't no multi-platinum. Girl, please. They not the biggest girl selling like now.
I'm just saying when it came to them for Karma didn't say nothing, but she has so much for people who are on her side, and it was like, why are you coming at me like this when we're on the same song? I just want to make the song sound good.
I feel like she doesn't like to be I feel like, let's just say, I'm gonna give a perfect scenario to synopsis of this situation. Let's just say if Karma was here and we were all cool, right? And me and Karma didn't have our situation, right? And we were all together, and then 3LW was over there.
I'm really about to call them that. 3LW.
That's what I feel like it is.
3 little women.
I don't know about the big three, honey.
Girl, big where?
I'm the tallest in the group. Girl, who's the biggest, bitch?
I hate you, BRYSON. Okay, baby. I think none of them bitches is 6 feet.
Girl.
Like, stop. Big where?
Girl, you listen too much, Nikki.
Reunion, man. Let's go.
Welcome to the Real Life and Music 2-part explosive reunion.
I'm gonna do it my fucking way, dude.
You're starting to not make sense.
So you gonna try to say you and you? With this all year?
Let's be real, man. Fucking talk.
Real man,
You had a whole season to say everything you need to say, but you haven't.
I wish a big spoon.
Nigga, shut up. Like, sir, like, relax.
Bitch, bitch, I almost died. Bitch, I almost died.
And that's why you're so active now. You realize that you're boring.
Hey, what you gonna do about it? What you gonna do about it?
You're not a real bitch, so I'm gonna beat your ass.
Yeah, get the fuck up out of here.
A drag with a fucking black ass
Before you get stuck out of here.
Get them some pointers, honey. Get them some concealer.
Now in the presence of the